Hello everyone. I hope everybody's having a Merry Christmas today. This is the second video I'm doing about Blake Bortles and how they're trying to run him out of town after he's been here for 5 years. He lived about 10 minutes from here. I'm not going to lie about that, but so I started liking the Jaguars. As soon as he went to the Jaguars, that's when I became a fan, because I followed him when he was at UCF. And again, UCF is like David against Goliath. They're not allowed to play in the bowl game. That year they were rated like number 6 or 7 when Bortles, and they've been great ever since. They went like undefeated almost or something when he was there, and they're undefeated now. So the whole program is like a David against Goliath, and that's similar to what's going on in Jacksonville. This is a small town city, a hick city that's very hot. No great quarterback is ever going to play there in that heat. I think the Dolphins had one good, Dan Marino, whatever. And this is a big city though, Miami. We're talking about Jacksonville. They've never had a good quarterback. That's not going to happen. They're not going to pay somebody. So if you want to win, you can win now with the new rules on a week schedule year. Okay, they're not going to win more than likely when they have a tough schedule. They're not going to have a chance. Okay, this is the way. But with this, it's kind of like the same thing as food stamps. If you don't have enough money to pay, we're going to help you out. Just like the NFL now. Well, if you're not a big team with all that money like New England and Pittsburgh and Chicago, the big teams with all the money, then okay, well, we'll give you a little food stamp benefit. We're going to give you a bad teams to play this year. Okay, give you a little help right there. And so this is the only way that Jacksonville's ever going to win. I personally like Blake Bortles. He's never been injured. He almost took us to the Super Bowl. And, what Stephen A. Smith said about him is totally ridiculous. Okay, when they went to, they're trying to say he's a garbage or whatever and they should get rid of him. It's all Blake Bortles' fault. This guy doesn't know. He was in New York. He doesn't know the hell. He doesn't know what the hell's going down here. Okay? Okay, and also, this is the same guy that said when Bortles, when they were, went to the championship, okay, he's one of the, okay, then Stephen A. Smith, he's one of the top 10 quarterbacks, okay, I was wrong, okay. This whole thing is ridiculous. They want to, he throws sideways, okay. Dude, he averages 6.4 run per carry, okay. His statistics don't change over 5 years. They've never changed. It's the same every year. The only time they had a winning record is when they had the schedule with the easy schedule. Well, they should get an easy schedule next year, apparently, with this new way they're doing it. That's a little food stamp benefit. And I think they should bring in a quarterback. If they want to play him ahead of Bortles, maybe get somebody in the draft. I don't think it's really that good of an idea. I think they should keep this nobody, Clive Cussler, or whatever his name is. Not Clive Cussler. That's this guy, they had played Cody Kessler. Yeah, this guy, man, he's a loser. But that's okay. I think he should play backup. But hey, if they want to get a top quarterback, from the draft, number 9 pick I think they have this year. If they want to pick number 9 and get a high quality quarterback, let them do it. That kid's going to come here in this heat. He's going to wilt like a flower. Okay? Bortles is from this area. He knows this area. And he can deal with it. He was a wrestler. Okay, those people are tough. Now, you're going to bring a young kid. Okay, this guy's a superstar in college, number 9 pick here. Okay, what's going to happen is he's going to wilt in the heat. He's going to get his head bashed in. He's going to be injured. Okay, his career will be over. Okay, there's no great quarterbacks coming here. And by the way, it's not only hot here. We live in the Bermuda Triangle. And I'm a believer of this. Miami's in the same situation. So, Miami's got tons of money, okay? They're not like Jacksonville. Miami's a big city, okay? But Jacksonville is considered a hick town. That's what it's going to be. They had a couple of quarterbacks in Miami over the years. Dan Marino, I think he can barely walk today. He's so injured. Anybody that's going to play quarterback here is going to get hurt bad. Okay, we live in the Bermuda Triangle here. This isn't a joke here. If you think you're going to bring in a great quarterback to Jacksonville, that's never going to happen. They don't pay their players. Okay, that's another thing. They're not going to pay a great quarterback a lot of money. They don't have the money for that. They don't have a chance to win. They pay Bortles a decent salary. I think they should. But to get rid of him for a young kid and put him out there in a fire with this heat in the Bermuda Triangle, this guy's going to loses. He's never going to be great here. He should, and if he is, he's going to leave as soon as he can, because nobody wants to play in that heat unless you're from here. And even then, it's not easy. Okay? So this is the second installment of why I think basically Blake Bortles should stay on the team. I don't think I even want to follow him if he's not on the team. I mean, it's a waste of time, right? But this guy's a good player, and he never gets hurt. I think they should bring in somebody else. I think in today's day and age, you need 2 quarterbacks like Philadelphia does right now, and they're very successful with that still. They had especially in the hard schedule years, Philadelphia showed that. I mean, hey, if you're New England and you got the greatest, upper management and all that, upper management, and all that, and the best coach in the world and the greatest management in the world, the perfect situation, where they play the game like masters of chess, that's fine. You can go through the hard schedule years and still get to the playoffs. But that's not the case for 95% of the teams, okay? They're going to need a little help, a little food stamp benefit, and they're going to have to win in the easy years like they did last year. Then they can win again next year. I would say pick a quarterback maybe in the 3rd or 4th round and put him behind Bortles, some guy. Let him play a little bit. If Bortles has, I think Bortles needs a little fire under him. So yeah, if Bortles is not doing so well, put him in for a couple of games. See how he does, this other guy. And that's going to light a fire under Bortles. He's going to come in there and he's going to play harder. So I think you should keep Bortles there. It makes no sense to destroy him, his legacy that he just started. He's still young. He's only like 28. He could have 10 more years in the league. So to destroy him, his legacy, which he started last year by almost going to the Super Bowl, I think you should give him another chance, get another Super Bowl run. And now what they need to do is get a lineman early and a wide receiver. And I hope Marquise Lee is coming back next year. I'm not sure. They have D.D. Westbrook. They need Marquise Lee too. They don't have much else other than that in the receiver core. They need to keep the 2 running backs they have now. And if they can pay him, like I said, Jacksonville, seems to be have a little problem paying their players. Okay, now if they don't want to pay Bortles, then he's going to have to go, and he'll be a second-string quarterback on some other team. And I doubt that he'll be a first-string quarterback. He could be for some team, if they don't want to pay him. But that's why Jacksonville's always bad. They don't pay their players. Okay, they have a coach that's questionable at best. Okay, he doesn't look like Bill Parcells to me. Okay, I mean, you can see when somebody's smart and somebody's not quite there. You know what I'm saying? So they don't have much of a chance. But with the core of Bortles The 2 running backs they have now, get Marquise Lee back. Keep all your defensive players there that are there now. Don't touch that. Get a good lineman. Replace this guy Eric Flowers, total bust. And we could very well be in the Super Bowl hunt again next year. Now, I mean, if you're gonna go off on the deep end like Stephen A. Smith and these first take people, these people are sick. This is fake news. Okay, don't listen to that. They don't live in Florida. They don't know what's going on here. To play in that heat, you have to be from here. Number one, he's got a large following with UCF, and people in Florida respect him, and we want him as our quarterback for the next 10 years until he gets hurt. Then he can go. But you know what I'm saying? He even as a backup quarterback, I'd be okay with that. But like I said, I don't think they're going to find anybody. That's going to be the issue. I mean, if you think you're going to find a good quarterback to play in Jacksonville, that's like looking for a needle in the haystack. Nobody's going to want to play in that heat, okay? And nobody can play in the heat. There's a Bermuda Triangle as well. They're going to get squashed like a tomato. It's not going to be a pretty sight. So you need a certain kind of person to play here, and I don't think they're going to find it. So all you need is a good backup quarterback. One that can come in if Bortles is slow, not doing so well, bring in somebody else. You need 2 good quarterbacks now in the NFL. We saw that with Aaron Rodgers making a clown of himself, trying to run the team all by himself. Okay, you're paying him $50 million a year or something. Well, we don't have to pay Bortles that. We can get somebody else here that's tough guy, doesn't get hurt. Cam Newton, I agree, makes Bortles look bad because he's another guy that never gets hurt, has better rushing than Bortles. Bortles is a very good runner, but Cam Newton is even better. But I think Cam Newton was out for a few games. This tough guy gets injured. Bortles has never been injured. So Bortles does have a little edge on Newton in that category, but we can't think about Cam Newton. He's up north in one of those big cities. They're paying him a lot of money. Okay, Jacksonville's not going to pay anybody $50 million a year. It's not happening. Okay, so you're going to have to, take a reality pill here. Get back to the basics. If you want to win here, you have to take advantage of the worst playing against the bad teams. Being good all the time is not an option. This is Jacksonville. Okay, we're lucky there's any sports team there. Okay, you got to bring in people that don't want to take a lot of money but are tough. They may not win every year. In the hard years when they're playing the tough teams like they do, they switch it off every year. Now, we're going to play good teams this year, bad teams this year. Okay. If they want to do that, then that's fine. They're helping people like Jacksonville get to the Super Bowl when they play their worst schedule. Jacksonville's never been good. Last year was one of the first times ever. So this is the second installment of Real News Jacksonville Jaguars. I will see you next time on the rebound. Thank you.